Hey yo, it's motherfucking Lord Mav. I'm here talking about real shit today, right? It's my second take. Niggas keep calling the phone. So, so, I'm here talking about the thing that I did not want to talk about, which is life and death, because that's my biggest problem in the world. If you ever heard me talk about how I got my name or how I decided what my name is, then you understand that it's on some Batman shit where I called myself Mavet the Black Wolf. Niggas can see my face. My shit been like that since 14, 15. So niggas been calling me a wolf since 14, 15. I'm 25 now. That's 10 years of niggas calling me a wolf and shit. So after a couple years, I started rolling with it. So that's how I got the Black Wolf. And, because I'm fucking black, right? I am an Israelite, and I was running with that. So that became how I got into having black pride, Like if you hear me talking, you hear me talk about I hate black people, I hate niggas, but really I love black people and I love niggas, right? It's just I hate the way that we go about doing things and the way that we treat each other out here, Because I know it's a fact of I've seen myself treat my family worse because of what I'm going through, My direct family. So if I'm looking at niggas that's in my race, why am I gonna give a fuck about them niggas? I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna rob them niggas. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna kill them niggas for what I want because they're around me and their life is in a way doesn't matter to me while I'm going through what I'm going through. Because you hear gangsters talk about gangster niggas when they get up in this money shit or they start doing this rap shit and really start getting paid. It's like the world is different and it's not just you start to realize that I heard what's this nigga name? Black Dynamite, I forget his name, Michael Jai White, he was talking about, his father was a gangster and he said he used to pack a different color gun, like your gun got to match your outfit, so that's the life that he moved in. But as he got money and he started getting different experiences, he realized that that's not really what life is. And it's true, that's a creation. We look at this shit, or white people look at this shit as this is what we made. We made crime in the cities. We made drugs. We made all this death, all this killing. We made the guns, but we ain't make none of that shit. It was given to us and introduced to us. If niggas was living in Africa, I don't believe that we African. We start there, always start there. But if niggas was living in Africa, then you gotta think if we had the weapons we had, then niggas was getting trained, right? Right? And there's always a way to defend yourself because a bullet is different than hands. A bullet is different than a spear. You understand? You can always go to war with somebody, but the aspect of always having the upper hand on a nigga because the shit that's in your hand can shoot out something that'll pierce your body and fucking make you bleed on the inside, nigga. That's a different aspect. These are things that was introduced to us. So I love black people, right? So that's me being black. I just want to let y'all know I love them. So I love this shit, and it's Lord Mav. It was first Mavet the Black Wolf because I was looking up a name, and it was the actual thought. Like that's why I love it because it was something given to me by myself. A lot of nicknames in the hood is given to niggas by other niggas. You know what I mean? But this shit was me understanding that, in the way of Batman, that death is really my biggest fear. I learned that when my grandmother died because I spent so much time reading the Bible with her. That's my roots. Y'all niggas don't understand. This Israelite shit started when I was 13, 12, but at the same time, when I was born, my grandmother was a Jehovah's Witness. And before I started making friends in Fort Greene, before my friends became my cousins, because my uncle got married to their mother, then it's like I was just reading the Bible. When I would go over there, I would go read the Bible with my grandmother. I would play fucking Super Nintendo, right? It was other game systems out, but my family still had Super Nintendo. If you could believe, in the early 2000s, right, or late 90s, early 2000s, because I would have only been 5 by the time 99 came around. But I was playing Super Nintendo, my nigga. That was the game system I knew until I tricked my moms. I told my moms, I'm going to tell you this story real quick. I told my moms, I'm like, hey, they got a new Nintendo out. You can play new games. They got Monopoly. And my mom was like, for real? So we went to Blockbuster down on, I think it's Willoughby. If you remember where that Blockbuster at, shout out to you, nigga. You a real Brooklyn nigga. But that Blockbuster by Pratt, we went down there and she bought a game and then she went and she bought the system. And I'm like, yes, I won. That was the first time being a sneaky nigga. Because I knew goddamn well that them games ain't fucking work for that new 64. That's how a nigga got a Nintendo 64. I told my moms that they got Monopoly for a new Nintendo system and she went out and bought it thinking that all the old games was gonna work on it. And that was like early 2000 shit. Like, fucking beautiful con artistry. But, you know, that's just what it is. But, you know, this is an intro. I'm gonna make this an intro and I'm gonna make the next video But I got something real to talk about. It's about life and death. But death was my biggest fear, and that's how I became Lord Mav. That's how, you know, eventually I became Lord Mav, but I was Mavet the Black Wolf, you know, being the thing that needs to be in the pack. You know, I need my people because that's the biggest thing in my life. Like, that's what I like the most. That's what I love the most. That's what's most important to me is my family. They might not see that because I don't call them and I don't see them, but that's because death is my biggest fear. And that's a fear. Fuck what y'all niggas talking about. I'm a gangster, nigga. I don't care about none of this shit out here. I don't care about a nigga with guns. I don't care about a nigga with knives. I don't care about the system no more coming down on me. I don't care about cops. I don't care about robbers, nigga. I don't care about fucking aliens coming down. I don't care about demons. I don't care about none of that shit, nigga. I care about death itself because that's the end of consciousness to my state of being, of what I am now. I understand, and even in my belief system, there's something after this. But all I know at this point, all I know for a fact right now is that I'm here, I'm Joshua, I'm fucking Lord Mav. I know the people I know, I got my family, I love them, and I don't want to lose them. Even more than that, I don't want to not be able to think. Because I think, that's what I do, that's my thing, I think. And the thought of not being able to think destroys my mind. Right? I'm trying to keep the white stuff off my lips. So this is the intro about life and death. I'm going to make another one. I got to handle something over this phone though. Peace.